Welcome everybody to my workbench again on the project signal generator. Yeah, as you can see from the previous video comparison then, that the front is finished. You can see the knobs on there. Yeah. So good. We have everything in place. You can see that. See, everything works. Mind you, I had to check the switches as a warning to you. I had a switch and was comparison the mother contact or the P contact, but everything comes together. So we have on one contact what goes to the capacitor and to the valve. That is the main contact, and it was in the wrong place. So the decks were moved up, and it was not on the right place. So I had to put both of them. No, only that one. I had to put it in the right place. Otherwise, you get stuck on this side, and you wouldn't go any further. So now it will work. You see, that's fine. So I have 7 positions now, and that works. Okay, you can see from the front what I have done. There's not much to report, is there? Nothing to write home about. You can see everything is in its place. So it looks very nice on the front. So on the back, it looks nice too. And we won't put it down. Now, the first thing we're going to do now is get the connections up on the switch. So you can see it. Yeah, I have to get a bit further on. Anyway, I can show you where the mother contact or P contact is. That's this pin here. Yeah, and this is the pin that goes all the contacts around. Yeah. Okay. So we start off with put them on the left hand side. You don't go any further. So if you look on the back side, then we go back, then we know the position. This is P, and this is the position where we go up. You can see there are more contacts, actually 11 of them, 10 to be exact, on both sides. We're not going to use them because I don't use them. So I want to put a stop into it. You can see how far it goes through. So I'm not going to bother with that. So we will use this. But the other signal generator have the same. So that it doesn't really matter. There's no obstacle for using that switch. Anyway, guys, this is a double deck. You can see that. That is a P contact, and that is a P contact. So one P contact goes to the capacitor, and one P contact goes to the screen grid. No, that's how I rephrase that. One contact, this bottom contact, goes to the capacitor, and the other wire goes to the screen grid. And this one goes to the capacitor via let's have a look if I've done that right. Yeah, I have to get the via a capacitor. So this, let's have a look. Have a look. Yeah, we can go with the wire to the capacitor, and the other one goes via capacitor for 150 picofarads onto the grid, on G1. Yeah, that's it. So what I'm going to do next is get my coils in order. So I will shut down the camera for a little while. I'm going to sort out my coils, so I have them all in order. So to be exact, use 2 coils on this switch. So there is one is here, and the one is on the other side, and this and they come together on one side onto this copper, on the copper layer here, where it will be soldered on there. So and that's on this turn goes onto the high voltage. So, and that's why we block off on this P contact or main contact with a capacitor of 150 picofarads, so that the voltage doesn't go onto the steering grid, so on the G1. So what I'm going to do next is sort out those those for the RF coils, and then I come back to you, okay? Welcome back everybody. There we go, on the left hand side you can see the coils we need. So what I'm going to do next is get the P contact or the main contact, get those wires on. So we're going to do that first. So that is one of them goes to the capacitor and the other one goes to the grid, okay? So where we get my soldering on and get this other out. Okay. Okay. This one. Yeah. You have to go in there. Like that. That one too. Let's see if we can get them together. Get one lamp. I'm sitting in the dark here again. I have a nice lamp, headlamp, a light. So I'll put that on so you can see a bit better. There we go. Okay, let's get this on the road. Just making sure we're not getting against that. Oh no, it's not soldered properly. You feel that straight away. And again, it's on a high temperature. Let's let it throw a bit more. That's it. Ah, that's hot. Now it is on. You see, we established that now. We have that. Let's put it down here in the way. Now the first we have to do is have a look at our front. Put them on the right side. Let's have a look at it. Okay, that was after. So we have to go on those contacts. We have to go on. So the first thing we're going to do is get that 47 in. Where's my knife? Just get this scraped off a bit. This is clean. The solder will stick better. Once it is dirty, you won't get a nice connection now. On both sides. Always some dirt on the wire, so clean it up a bit. So let's have a look. Now we have to get that done in that way. I have to do that properly, otherwise we have trouble, eh? Where's my pencils? Where's my pencils? Where's my pencils? I can't find them. Where's my pencils? Can't tell, but oh, there it is. Okay. Let's have a look how we can get this down. Anyway, let's do it like that. That's right. Don't rush those things. That's what I recommend. Don't rush it. Take your time. Okay. Just hook him up there for a minute. He stays there. That's easier to solve. So, get that out of the way. So. Oh yeah. That's it. Let's cut it off. And everything shucks on the floor again. Always the way. As you have your workbench too full, that happens. Okay, get this piece of wire out of the way. That's it. Now then, get the second one in. The second one is, it should be up here then. Do it that way. You have to do the same thing. Just get some stripping done here. This clean. Oh, the rubbish. Make sure it is on the right contact. There we go, that way. Well, okay. I think perhaps the other way around. Let's try that. I'm a little bit tired this morning. I was quite early out of bed because of circumstances, and also flags later on in the day. There we go. You don't. Now, cut that off as well. Now get this into place. Get them out. I'll cut them off by forehand. I don't need that all. Get this down here. Cut them off as well. About the length you need. Okay. I'll twist them around a little bit. There we go. And solder on that. You can do that. You see, the plus comes on there. Then you get the coils. One to the grid, one to just to make sure with those wires that they have to go on the right side. Well, it won't happen anyway because it shows itself. Let's have a look here. What we've got here. That's 8. Have a look. 8 point. Yeah, that's spot on. Do the same thing with the 8s. That's the only one I'm doing on camera. Only 2. But you get the picture anyway, so I'm not going to do all on camera. So you know what has to be done. I have one tuning capacitor that I don't have there. I have to wait until after Christmas, unfortunately. But my supplier Fritz in Holland, and he has them still, so we can't order them in England anymore, so that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, so that's causing you a lot of trouble if you want to make something. Don't get the parts. So now I have to wait on Fritz to send me those things. I didn't hear from him yet, so well, he knows I have what I need, so I'm quite confident he sort things out, and he let me know by mail, so I can pay him. He's actually a nice guy, really. I know him for years. I know him from years, so years back, so okay, why that? Okay. Make sure this is soldered properly. If you're not soldered properly, you try to get into trouble later on. So you have to make sure that it's working, okay? There you go. Put it aside a bit. See, I always move it around a little bit. If you notice it doesn't work properly, then there's something is wrong. Get that contact up. And that's the last one. I will do on camera if you don't mind. I'll do that in my own pace then. But you get the idea what is needed. I always say take your time. Oh, yeah. There you go. Oh, that's not how it should do. Yeah, you should do that. Okay. A bit further. Get them out of there a bit. So that's it. Okay, it's still moving, yes. Stupid. Okay, let's cut this off again. Move the coils over. Let's cut this off a bit. If you're going to need all that stuff. There you go. Get something off here. There we go. Now get this bottom of the place first. Ouch. Where's my pencils? There we go. You can see he's on there as well. Okay guys, I will continue to get things in order. Otherwise the video will get too long, so I will shut down for a minute. I will do them and come back to you, okay? Okay guys, so you can see I finished the job. so they're all in. So on the right hand side, right there, there's another one that has to be done the same way, so we're going to do that also. And the next thing we have to do then is the attenuator. So put all the resistors in and so on and so on. There's one little remark I want to make. You can see the linear drive on the bottom. Have to come up a bit. So the linear drive on the bottom. So there will be the axle of the capacitor, tuning capacitor comes in there. There's a butterfly capacitor. Well, you can see the wires are far away from there. So what we will do is undo the knob, undo the nut from the switch, and turn them around in the direction of the capacitor, so that the wiring will be short as possible. Okay. Another point I want to point out is you have the two bottom switches. They're separate next to the B and C connector. That are the switches for the oscillator and the dipper. Anyway, so they have to be separated. Has to be connected. How I'm going to do that yet, I don't know. Has to be some wiring has to be done there. So there also will be a separation between those two switches and those 5 on top. So see, well, it's not a big problem though. We have thin material to put there in between. I've done it with the other signal generator, and there was no problem. So anyway, guys, it is all on the fly. It's just the way, so you have to do it as it goes. It's not pre-planned. They are pre-planned in this way. You can't pre-plan too far ahead. So if you encounter somehow, somewhere, some problems, and you have to solve them as you go. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will shut the camera again, shut them down again, and I'll come back to you. Okay. Welcome back, guys. Well, I told you in my video what I would do. Those switches on top. I would do with my pencil. Oh, where is my pencil? Well, I have to do it without, I suppose. Anyway, the switches what I was on about are those two. We can separate that here, put something in between. We have to box that in anyway, so when the resistors come in to get into place. But you notice, of course, that I put the bottom plate on already. See, I didn't put the resistors in yet, because I discovered there will be high voltage on there, on this, and the tuning capacitor that was coming here will be a high voltage. So probably have to make a plastic axle just to prevent that high voltage gets to on the knob. You know, there's a little screw in that knob, and if you touch that little screw, well, you get hit and you don't see anybody, and that's not very nice, is it? Anyway, guys, we discussed that with the linear drive here, and the capacitor should go in here. Well, then we get to our first problem, and there's a second problem as well. So the first problem is this butterfly capacitor doesn't have an axle as it were. You have a lock-up device in here, and you have with a screwdriver you can adjust that. So actually it has to be continuously adjusted. It has to be here. Yeah. Well, I have to ring up a solution for that. You can see that here. You can screw that into a chassis bit, and the axle goes through this, and you have those how you call it, those connectors, those brass connectors. They are doubled. I split them up, so I have one screw, so you have a locking device. So if I put that in, it never goes further than that it is. The axle won't be pulled out. If you know, there is a screwdriver, so I made this axle. Let's see if you can see this. If I take that paper here, probably you can see that. Hold on. You can see, hopefully you can see it. There is a sort of screwdriver on the axle that I made. So what I have to do next is to take this aluminum corner, cut off a bit of piece of that. I will place that in here. Yeah, I have to line that up with the hole. I could do it with this part. Yeah, I could do that, but I won't. Well, but I can do it straight away. I can do it the other way around. Drill the hole with the two little holes for the screws, feed it through, and then straight in there. You could do that. I'll have to think about that, how I'm going to do it. I think this is not necessary, this part, this bit. So I'll put it back in my stack and I'll use it another time. I think this one as well, that I made, stay on the bench, take this off as well. So I have to see, I have to think, I have to solve that problem. So you can see you're working on the fly and you come across problems, so you have to be analyzing and solving problems at the same time. So building something like this requires thinking, a lot of thinking in advance. You just have to do that. If you don't do that, you get into trouble. So and even now you could say I am in trouble because I dreamed up this one, then you get to the next one. I said that to you. Well, they have to go in on the signal generator side, 3 valves. I'll show you. Now 3 valves, that's 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, that is just the modulation, this is the oscillator, and this is, go again. Anyway, the signal gets I can't remember the name. It's absolutely stupid, isn't it? Anyway, this gets a signal down, and that is the valve. There's 3 valves in there. Anyway, you get distracted what I was talking about. So those 3 valves, they have to go in here. Yeah, this, you see this double copper. Yeah, you have to put that here, something like that. So you have the position for the oscillator will be here on this way, and it is as short as possible to the capacitor. Yeah, you agree to that, okay? Then we have our modulation. This is the switch and the potentiometer or the VR from our modulation. Yeah, and then we have our switches here for the grid, for the grid dipper, and the signal generator to switch off. Then we have a power switch up here, and then we have our attenuator. So what we have to do is get the things as close as possible together. So we have our exit here, so we have to build this valve, this here, as close as possible to the attenuator. Alright, you have to build that up. So the actual fact I'm saying is the valve from the attenuator, or it is on the point of my tongue. I can't. I really get annoyed about this. That you can't remember a stupid name. You put that valve in here, yeah, and then you have your modulation here, yeah, and your oscillator is down there. So, well, after having said that, there we go. We have to put that in here. So if I have to put that here, that will be in the way, will it? You agree to that, okay? What we have to do then is mount this part, that it is there, and then we have to go over the top like this, yeah, and put this on top of that. Then you have your problem solved. Alright? So you have to think ahead for that matter. So, and then to go to this, the third stage of that, we have to make a separation here, like that. Okay, so have to be a separation from that. That visually the oscillator is not visible on that side, because this side is a grid dipper. And if he gets a hint of a signal from the signal generator, then he will react to that. You don't want that, so we have to put that in here. Have a look at that. So you have to think about that as well. So then the fourth problem is you have to put a transformer in there. The transformer will be probably here. Probably, I say probably. Yeah. And there we have another transformer we have to have for our modulation. That's down there. There's another one. There's only a small one, but still is a transformer or a coil. Yeah? Choke, as it were. Yeah? A choke from say some 25 Henrys or something like that. It's easily to make. You take a comparatively thin wire, and you wind that on the former. I can't calculate that, but it will be in the region of 3,000 or 3,500 turns. You count 25 Henrys. Then, if you can calculate then which tone comes out of there. So how many hertz of tone come? I think it's 800 hertz or 500 hertz. I don't know what's coming out of there. So you can have a switch here. You can switch it on and off, and you can regulate the strength of it. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's the things you have to think about. So then you have to imagine where you're going to put that choke. Yeah, you know the valve is up here somewhere. Here. Yeah, here. Let's say. Depending, I think the connections from the modulator will be on this side. I think that would be better. I don't know. I'm just fantasizing about it. How I'm going to put this? Put the valve on this side or put the valve on that side? So this is what I mean. Hold on. If you put the valve this way or you put the valve that way. So that you have to consider. What is best? Yeah, I think. And let's see that could be that it's this way. So I have to see how I do it. Yeah, or that is this way actually. Yeah. I'm rambling on, but I forgot about my plan, so it has to be this way. So it comes along, yeah, it will work. You can see that straight away. So this valve will be here. It is the ACC 83, and this is the 81. That is the attenuator. It's this one. Should be here somewhere. So we have one here, one there, and the smaller one. See, the smaller one will be approximately there. So that should be the setup. So you have to see, put this away for a minute, turn this around. You have to consider if you put it away, if you put this in here like that, and you put your valve there, yeah, you see how much room you have here. Yeah, and you have to see you can move it over a little bit, so I think that will work. The transformer will be only a small one. Yeah, I think it would fit. It would fit into place, so that will work. You see, guys, you're working on the fly, as they call that, and you have to be in advance, ahead of yourself, how you're going to do this. This is, well, not that cleverly done, so I have to admit that. Those switches could have been a bit lower, I didn't do that, so I have to work with it. So I'm going to show you something now, and that will solve the problem as well. Now, I have a sheet here, some print board, you see here, and that will fit in between here. I have to work this. Come on. You have to work this. I will work that in between, so you cover that up. You can see. We must make us a stroke out of there. Get them on both sides and cover it up. You have to cover this up a little bit, so we have no influence. We have to prevent that. So I have to see if I get it. I think I have to turn that switch a little bit, and then it will fit. It's only thin, so it should be okay. Anyway, guys, you can see for yourself. You have to think ahead if you do something. So, what we have to do next is see if I have a plastic axle. I have to call Fritz tomorrow, see how far I got with my order. It's not very. I have to do that again. Well, anyway, with those rubber knobs you find on toilet seats. Yes, you hear that right, on toilet seats. You can stick them underneath, and you have something to put your box on, so your apparatus on. Anyway, guys, you are informed how to do this. And you probably notice it isn't that easy. It isn't a pushover. Anyway, you have to go, think about it, and do things. So first I have to have this again. I have to use this one for that to mount the axle. Probably, if I can't tell that yet. If I have another one, hold on, let's have a look. There's a small one. Let's have a look if we can find that one. Where is he? Oh yeah. If I go from that, yeah, these are a bit smaller. There's only 10 picofarads or something like that. I managed to get hold of that from the radio market. Anyway, if you see how it is mounted, yeah, I think they will be similar. Or he has those balls on the front. Yeah, then it's different. But even then, the axle, I'll tell you something. Do I need that? Have a look. No, oops. Look, on the schematic it is on chassis on the nil connection, so you don't have that trouble here. So this can go on the plate. You see, you can do that. Anyway, but this one here is a different story. Eh? This actually goes through, and you can see if you turn this. This actually is on chassis, this axle. Yeah, it's on chassis. So if on that schematic what I saw, this axle has high voltage. What I said, so I have to put that in there. And then we have to mount this again. Like that. Yeah. And you have to put an extension on there of plastic. So if I put that on a knob, where is my knob? Yeah. Oh, that's my knob. I have on here. Don't matter. You see, this knob has a little screw in it. Right there. So just imagine if you have high voltage, say 150 volts, on that axle, and you put that in there, and you turn that knob and you touch that screw. You know what happens, eh? Your hair stands on end. Yeah, it's not a very pleasant experience, I can guarantee you that. Anyway guys, all fun we have with this. But you can see, this is not a pushover, you have to consider everything. Having said that, my schematic, other schematic that we're talking about, and that's the schematic what I'm talking about. You can see here, this is high voltage. It goes up here, goes through the coil. This is tuning capacitor, and it goes on to the anode of that valve. So consequently, you have your axle on high voltage. So you have to consider that. So it has also mounting problems. You have also mounting problems. If you have to mount it on your chassis, you make a short. If you have to mount it that way, you have a short. So tell you something, you can't even use this. You can't use this. It's an absolute no-no. You can't use it. Anyway, so you have to make it from this board. Oh, look at this. This time is no copper side. So if you make it, you have to flex this away with the Dremel, the copper side, and you mount them like that in there, and you have to mount it like that. Okay, then you are free from high voltage onto chassis. So you have to think about that as well. So you can see it's not an easy job to get it all together, but you get it together. You see, I did put some thought into this, and it will work. It will work. I will mount this way. Let's get some strips. I have some strips here. I have to put that underneath, something like that. So let's see. I have to see. Perhaps I will put it that way. See, with the copper side, I will solder back onto the bottom. On 3 points, something like that, and then we put that on top like that. Yeah, on both sides. It has to be high enough. See, this is not high enough. This has to be high enough, and then we can mount the other on top of that. Okay, so you have to think all that. Think about those things. So, having said all this, and fantasized solution, there's probably a great chance I find something better. Yeah, you won't believe it or not, perhaps I find something better. See, there are the little boxes you can solder together. I've been thinking about that. To see what the there it goes again. Have a look. Screw that together. That should be okay. It has to be fairly big. I have something in my stack. I don't know. Have a look. If I have something like that. Okay. Nope. No, there's nothing there anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. Okay. And I presume the shops get my stuff from, they don't have that either, because I've noticed already that the things are not there anymore. I have a look at that one here. That could be high enough. That is high enough. She never throw anything away, so just keep it. You have another one like that, so have a look. Let's see if we go up here. See, I have to go on the top of that. Well, perhaps I can take that off there if it's high enough. Yeah, I think that will do. Yeah, take that off there. I don't know. See what I'm going to do. I can take it off here. Probably that, because I have to use the double-sided. I have to do that one. Get that one in here. That way. Solder it that way. Okay. You can't solder it that way. See, it's only one-sided. If you have the cop on both sides, you can can work this better. This is only one-sided, so. Oh, I have to see that. Okay guys, enough chatter. I informed you what we have to do. I will try to mount this now. See if I can get this all together. Just saw this all off and put it back into place. Let's see what we come up with and see what, yeah, do that. Okay guys. Okay, so far so good. I will come back to you, okay? Okay guys, I wired up our other switch. There, that one. So it's just the same as that. So just the same wired the same way, only as a single. We have here a decoupling capacitor. We need the integrated upper. And we have here our 150 picofarad capacitor to us G1 on our oscillator with it. Okay. The next thing we have to do now is to get our attenuator going. I have, let's see if you can see this. Yeah, I have the schematic here of the attenuator. I put the values on there, so you only have to, what I'm going to do now is to connect everything up. Yep, so I put the separation in between, get everything done as it should be, and then will be it. But that will be in the next part, in part 2 it will be. So I will finish the video here with part 1, and oh, is that part 2? Part 1, yeah, part 1. This part 2 will be on our attenuator, and probably on our connections for our tuning capacitor and so on and so on. I will build this all up on that side. Yeah. So you see the start has been made for the for everything. So I'm just waiting for my tuning capacitor here. So I have to see it through that, and well, yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest, and I hope to see you on the next part. Okay, I'll see you then.